Swords and Sandals. What a game. We all grew up playing it. Everybody did. Most popular flash game of all time. Most popular video game of all time. There's swords. There's axes. There's bashing weapons. There aren't really any sandals. It's more just shoes and like other pieces of armor. Either way, we've established every single person on planet Earth grew up playing Swords and Sandals. However, with myself growing up playing it, I never ended up beating them. For the 0 people who have never played or seen Swords and Sandals before, effectively it's a flash game from like 2005, and I think the second one came out maybe the same year, the following year. I don't know. I didn't do my research for this video. But in the game, you take part as a gladiator in this arena fighting for your freedom. Standard gladiator stuff. You know the vibes. It takes part as a turn-based RPG. Effectively, you have like 2 parts of the game. You have the town part of the game where you're like buying items, you're getting armor, you're getting weapons. In the second game, you get magic spells. Magic spells like fireball and lightning and throwing rocks at people. But you have that part of the game, and then you have the actual gameplay, the combat part, where essentially you get pitted up against mostly randomized characters with random stats, weapons, armor, different things like that. And it's your job to kill them. Only one of you can come out of it alive. I have a storied history with this series of games. I played a lot of them as a kid. It was basically that and RuneScape that I used to switch between. But I never beat them, mainly because Swords and Sandals 1 I didn't really play much, but Swords and Sandals 2, you would always like get to a certain boss. I can't remember what the boss is, but you'd always get to a certain boss, and whenever you beat him, it would like ask you, it would pop up with something being like, buy the full edition of Swords and Sandals 2. And I was like 1 year old. I didn't even have a credit card at that point. I didn't even have like a pension scheme. I can't buy Swords and Sandals 2. I gotta learn how to eat like solid foods. So anyway, yeah, I never ended up beating it. I got through the demo quite a few times, but yeah, never got through to the end. So I'm having a redo. They released the classic collection on Steam. Not recently. This was a while ago. I bought this game ages ago, but I never ended up beating it. I bought it with the intention of beating it, but I never ended up doing it. And so I decided to stream it. But yeah, this is my playthrough of Swords and Sandals 1 and Swords and Sandals 2. I did both games, but we'll see that because I'm going to play it right now. Just wait, like 3 seconds, and I'm going to start the foot. This is Jungulon. This is Jungulon. We're going to randomize Jungulon a little bit. Jungulon the Pale. There's a few different attributes that you can take into consideration here. The way that this works is you have these different statistics. I'll try and explain. The game is extremely simple once we get into it, but I will try and explain a little bit about what this is. Strength is how much damage your attacks do. Agility, I believe, corresponds to whether you're how far you can move, and also ranged weapons. Attack, I think, is how often your attacks hit, as well as giving you access to swords, like new swords. Defense is defense. It reduces the chance that you're going to get hit by an attack. Vitality increases your health. Charisma, they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know this about charisma. It's the hidden OP stat, because you can taunt in the game, and the higher your charisma is, the more damage your taunt does. And then stamina is how much stamina you have. Now, we need to be sensible here. I think we want a relatively even distribution of strength, agility, and attack. I like this distribution. This is Jungulon the Pale. Our story begins aboard a pirate galleon sailing a trackless sea in the realm of Brandor. You are a pirate doing what pirates do best, getting drunk and singing sea shanties. The galleon sails blindly through the night until fate takes a turn. As razor-sharp ice tears through the ship's hull, your crew panic. All is lost. The crew abandons ship and plunge into the icy seas. Quickest intro ever. I go down with the fucking ship. That's not me, I just realized. You find yourself the lone survivor. Your companions have all been swept away into the deep. Salvation in the form of a crow's nest. You drift onward, ever onward. Is the law. Pay attention, make notes. Make notes. On the 3rd day since the shipwreck, you spot an island in the distance. What malice is this? Herein lies the fabled arena of Doomtrek. Your greatest challenge awaits. And there you go. Little fun fact. So you notice how I have this green top on? You see I'm wearing like the green top and some like knee pads and boots. This is armor that actually will help me and protect me. If you skip the intro cinematic, you don't have any armor. You're not wearing any. How cool is that? I learned it from another video playing the game where you skip the intro cinematic and you don't get the armor. So this is the town in the first game. You only have 3 options really. You have the enter the arena option, the swordsmith, as well as the armory. They do kind of what you think they do. In the armory, you get to buy different pieces of armor, which gives you extra defense, which I think lets you take more hits, or it reduces the damage of every hit that you take. The weaponsmith, on the other hand, in the first game, fucking useless. Don't ever go here. Don't ever spend your money in the weaponsmith. Only buy armor in the first game. Essentially, the way that the game works is you have the duels where you level up, you get your money, and then you fight tournament champions. Once you kill a champion, they will drop their weapon. And if you pick up their weapon, it is always statistically better than the best weapon that you can buy in the weaponsmith. So no, it's legitimately never worth it to buy any weapons in the weaponsmith. Save all your money for the armory. Either way, this is the game. I'm just buying some armor, some clothes for me. Can I afford the greaves? Oh my god. I don't think I can afford the helmet. Yeah, unfortunately not. But I'm dripped out. I'm iced out. We enter the arena. This is the game. This is the gameplay. We're going against Odysseus the Gladiator. He is 5'2", 123 pounds, and he's won 0 fights. And you can see your stats against him. This is how the game works. You take it in turns. It's a turn-based game. You have a few options. I can run backwards, jump backwards, run forwards, jump forwards. Pretty simple. I can charge, which has a 38% chance to deal damage if I hit him. And I can also taunt, which has a 33% chance to inflict an effect. We're just going to start walking towards him. And you can see everything in the bottom left here. Where my energy is. I'm gonna have to be a top right gamer again, aren't I? Just so I don't cover up the energy. You can see I have my energy down here. Every action I do costs a certain amount of energy. And the goal, kill him. Once you're in range, you can do a power attack and you can see they all have a different chance to hit. It's just too easy. I've leveled up. Leveling up gives you a few skill points. We're going to level up our attack initially. This is it. There you go. Now you know the entire... That's it. There's no deeper mechanics than that. Swords and Sandals 2 introduces magic. But this game, very simple. We're against Sir Colin the 8th. He has defeated 0 arena champions. He's 5'2". We're just... These first fights, they're simple. They're so simple. We're never going to die on the first fights. Beautiful. And we're against the champion. This is Wolfgang of Shackleford. I could go for a 47%er here. And I'm going to... Oh, beautiful. That dealt no damage. Please! No! Jugulon! Jugulon! Bro, you sucked. So as part of the tournaments, in the first game, there are 7 bosses that you end up fighting. Essentially, this occurs like naturally in the first game through progression. You'll go into the arena, you'll fight somebody, you'll level up, and after you've leveled up enough times, you'll get to face the tournament champion. Each of the champion's stats are always like skewed in a higher direction. They're always going to be stronger than you. They're always going to have bigger numbers than you. And so you kind of have to rely on RNG to an extent, as well as your own strategy and hoping that the AI just picks stupid options. But yeah, the way the progression works, you're always moving forward. You can't move backwards. So once you're eligible to fight a tournament champion, you got to kill that motherfucker. You can't go back and grind. You can't get any more money. You can't level up anymore. You just have to kill him. And if you can't, you have to reset your entire character and reset all your stats. Congratulations, I got a high score, 7. That's it. You're done. Nah, that's cap. You can actually reload. The game isn't, I don't think, with the save function. As a kid, you didn't have the save function, so every time that would happen, I was done. Like, I could never win. Like, I would have to start the game over again. But this does have the save function, so I'm just gonna abuse it. Basically. Come on, please. No! All right, we're gonna actually start again. Jungulon the Pale did not last long. That guy fucking sucked. This is hang on, let me get some inspiration here. Oh, this is Shrunk Punk Shrek. It doesn't matter if it's a 31% oh my god! But there you go, we got another weapon. Yeah, I think I'll be taking the new sword. I think it's the strongest weapon in the entire game. But yeah, this is an example of how the weapon is always better. It doesn't matter when we go back to the weaponsmith and we see what weapons are in there. They're always worse. And the tournament arena weapon it's free. Why would you not take it? Why would you choose to not take it? This guy, he has a lot of armor and a lot of hit points. He's actually the scariest guy in the entire game, to be honest. Yeah, get stabbed in the fucking head, you idiot. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Now, I have a very nuanced build at the start here. I've played thousands of hours of Swords and Sandals over the years, and I've perfected the meta, okay? You just put everything in strength. You ignore all the other stats. You don't need them. They don't want you to know this, but the stronger you are, the harder that you hit. It's genius. It doesn't matter that I have a 1% chance to hit them. If I hit them, they get sent to the fucking moon. However, unfortunately, this build does have a flaw, and that is in our first roadblock, the slave driver. Oh, we're against the champion battle here. This is the slave driver. I accidentally clicked accept before I even had a chance to look at what he does. I've made him mad. Excuse me? What the fuck was that? This guy is so annoying. Fight back! Fight back! This is where like the stats being wildly off it really makes an appearance. This fucker can kill you in like 2 hits and he just takes no damage. You never get a hit off on him. And we'll see later, he's the same in Swords and Sandals too. He was the biggest roadblock in that game for me. Point is, our bungus strength build really wasn't cutting it. I needed to think tactically. I needed to distribute my stat points a little more evenly. I needed to think, what is the best way that I could kill this fucker? And it's charisma. But if you level up charisma, it's basically unlimited ranged damage. And given that Swords and Sandals 1 doesn't have any ranged weapons, it doesn't have like bows, it doesn't have slings, it doesn't have magic spells, being able to just yell at someone and blow their head off is broken. You know what? I've got a plan. I've got a plan. This is Bomper. Why is it Bomper, you might ask? Max charisma. Here's the important thing about charisma. Look at the damage I'm dealing. I'm level 1, brother. He's gone. We've made it back to the slave driver by just shouting at our opponents. What's this guy gonna realistically do? That's another 20. That's 40 damage so far, and he hasn't even gotten close to me. Get away. He also has really low agility, so look at him. He's so mad. He's so mad. He's so mad. Oh my god. Bro, this might be the one. Look at him. He's having to have a snooze over there. 20. Another 20. We need 2 more of those. 2 more of those. Okay, that's a block. That's very fair. We got 3 in a row. He's pissed. He uses a bit of energy. He needs a rest. We get another 20. Wait, we need to do 2 more. He rested up. Okay, he's getting a little bit close now. That's another 20. And then flex on him. Flex on him. Just chop it. Just chop his fucking leg off. We've done it. We pulled it off. The slave driver falls. However, there is one key weakness of the high charisma build. The more charismatic you are, the more energy it takes to blow somebody's head off with taunts. And so as we scale our charisma higher and higher, we end up using a lot more energy, which ends up knackering us out and putting us to sleep a lot more. This isn't good. You can't be sleeping on the battlefield. So we managed to get through some of the grunts, but we end up getting to our next boss, 9-Cat Jack. This is 9-Cat Jack, by the way. He says, Avast, matey, you've got a flogging coming your way. Okay, this guy, what scares me about this guy is he has a lot of agility. He can catch up to us very quickly, and that's terrifying to a guy like me. Because even if I push him away, he's still gonna likely make it back. Okay, that's a lot of damage. I hate the fact, I'm just getting bad RNG. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting bad RNG here. I may be johnning a little bit, but I am getting bad RNG. There's actually a chance we might just beat him here by screaming at him. No! I clicked the wrong button! That's bad UI. That's bad UX. Oh, come on! What the hell? Either way, we're snoozing too much. We're not getting enough damage through, and we're falling asleep far too quickly. Our build is null and void. So we go back to the drawing board. This time, it's an actually balanced build. I'm managing my stats between a couple of different specialties, and I'm hoping we have enough survivability, enough damage, enough attack chance that we're able to actually take our competition down. And I'd love to say that we did, but it's the fucking slave driver, bro. Doesn't matter how balanced your stats are gonna be. He just blows my head off. I don't even... How are the numbers done in the back end? It doesn't make sense. So anyway, old habits die hard. We go full on strength again. And essentially the strategy at this point is I have such a low % chance to hit that I just throw my head at the wall, and if I die, I just reset. And he's dead. Because you're dead. Oh, this is cinema! Bad luck. Oh my god! The next guy didn't even stand a chance. We went up against Stylonius of Southport. As it turns out, despite the fact that I'm a strength build, I was still dealing really good damage with my taunt. I don't know why. As well as that, for some reason, I think because I was high strength, whenever I knocked him back with my taunt, I think it took my strength modifier into consideration, so it blew him back really far. I honestly think that there is no balance in this game. I think you kind of have to just get lucky. I honestly think that. Like we're doing here. I'm gonna kill him by just shouting at him. We did it. We got the achievement. Thanks for the 25 to 100 hacking damage. Either way though, Seethe, Mold, Stylonius stay mad. I cooked his ass. And at this point, I'm the strongest guy in the arena. Not only am I over 10 feet tall, but for some reason my shout does a load of damage as well. Nobody can stop me. So we go up against the next boss, and I discover a mechanic that I did not realize existed even when I was playing this as a child. Quite cool. Another champion. It's Lord Talaudin. That's a cool ass sword, brother. He's got the dragon scimitar from RuneScape. Honestly, there's not much difference between normal and quick attack. Holy shit! Holy shit! Okay, I killed his ass. Yeah, so as it turns out on the first game, for some reason, there's like pits at the edge, either edge of the screen, and if you knock someone back far enough, it instantly kills them. And given that I was all strength, whenever I got like a hit that would knock somebody back, I sent them flying. Keep in mind, when I say I'm all strength at this point, I mean I am all strength. There is no points in any other skill. But with that, we move on to the final boss, He-Chaos the Scourge. I know you can buy enchantments in the second game, but I don't know about this game. Who the fuck is... Oh, this is He-Chaos the Scourge. He's quoted in the description of the game. Off he goes, I guess. Can I push him into this pit? I'm actually the most scared I've ever been in my entire life. I will be stabbing you. Ah, never mind. He dealt 141 damage in one attack. That's my bad, actually. We're back in, though. Ah, never mind. Dealt 136 damage in one attack. That's my bad, actually. Honestly, I'm a normal hit Andy now. Holy shit! Why is normal attack so strong? And that's it. That's it. It took me about an hour in total to beat Swords and Sandals 1. It's horrific, the RNG in this game. It felt like a lot of my normal attacks and power attacks, when I'd eventually get them through, dealt less damage than my quick attacks. And the armor system seemed really confusing. Sometimes you just get hit for a bunch and then you'd see like a little armor symbol. And it kind of looks like that's how much damage you blocked, but it's a little unclear because the damage is so inconsistent. I think the way it worked is there were really wide damage ranges, and if you were to pick like a normal or a power attack, it would increase that range, but the lower end of the range would still be under the top end of the previous range, if that makes sense. So a normal attack would deal between 30 and 50 damage, and a power attack would deal between 40 and 60. So you could do a power attack, get it through, and deal 40 damage, or you could get really lucky on a normal attack and do 50 damage, which just doesn't really make sense, which is why they switched the system in Swords and Sandals 2 to make it a lot more consistent. Speaking of which, this is the one I spent the most amount of time in as a kid. I didn't really understand Swords and Sandals 1. The numbers seemed to be very random, and there was no magic spells, and I love magic spells. I love throwing fireballs. So you know your boy's got to be a wizard in the gladiator arena. I'm going to be leveling Magicka, but this game took me a lot longer. Compared to the 7 bosses in Swords and Sandals 1, this game has 18, and 18 is a bigger number than 7. They don't want you to know this. And the trouble is, the way that Swords and Sandals 1 worked is every time you would kill someone in the arena, it would always level you up. I don't know why there was an XP bar. It would just guarantee your level. Swords and Sandals 2 does it slightly different. Every enemy actually gives you a certain amount of XP. And the later you get into the game, the enemies end up giving you less and less XP. So essentially, the end game of Swords and Sandals 2 just becomes this massive grind fest of just killing masses and masses of people, just trying to grind up to the level that you can actually challenge the tournament champion. But we're not there yet, okay? Don't skip ahead in the video. I didn't give you permission. Also, wouldn't like a little like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. But let's get into Swords and Sandals 2, baby. Good evening. Swords and Sandals 2, Emperor's Reign, let's go. You must create a gladiator before journeying, you must. But as you can see, very similar opening screen. We will be bringing Ungulor back. But there is another stat at the bottom here, it's Magicka. Because there's magic in this game, there's spells and wizardry. And I like the magic system. I think there are some cool spells and some incredibly strong spells in there as well. So Ungulor sets sail with his 10 strength. There's a whole story with this one. Pay attention. Ungulor, yes, that was your name. But it seems an eternity since anyone has called you that. I think I skipped the cutscene. Whoops. Fearful prisoner. Okay, this is our first fight here. You can see we have like this rusty knife. I don't think you can lose this. I don't know, you might be able to. Either way, I killed him. A gift from the Emperor to start you on your way. You receive 2,500 gold, and I've leveled up. This is incredible. We will start with a strength-focused build. We want lore. You're a prisoner. You get taken out to fight in the gladiator arena. There you go, there's the lore. But you'll notice it's the same setup, but there's a church and a magic shop now, as well as the armory and the weaponsmith. So first and foremost, we want a weapon. There's also ranged weapons in this game. And the weapons, you don't steal the weapons off of the arena champion, so it's actually important for you to buy them. But you can see, basically, depending on how many levels you have in a given stat, you will unlock weapons of that type. So you can see I have no swords unlocked because these are agility-based weapons. You see it says required agility 6. I thought it was attack-based, to be honest. These are strength-based. I believe these are also strength-based as well. So I can get the hammer here, which I think is a very reasonable weapon to start off with. And the armor system is also slightly different. It blocks a flat amount, the armor does. You'll see in combat. You'll also see this is slightly different. You can now duel or go to the tournament. You only get a limited number of duels until you have to go to the tournament. But yeah, you have to get to a certain level. So I'm level 2 at the moment. And you can see I have 10 out of 10 armor here. So if he deals 10 damage, it's a lot more simple in this game, the way the armor works, in my opinion. All right, Swords and Sandals 2. And yes, I'm in different clothes. I recorded that last section like a week ago, and I never got around to recording this section. Anyway, as you can see, the game is pretty similar to Swords and Sandals 1 in the base mechanics. But just to elaborate what I said on the stream, in terms of the tournament system, basically the way that it works is you have duels and then you have the tournament itself, rather than just entering the arena and getting faced against either the champion or regular people. You duel until you are a high enough level to enter the tournament. In order to win duels, you just have to cause first blood, which basically just means deal damage beyond somebody's armor. And then the difference here, when you enter a tournament, you actually end up going up against a few different opponents first, and then you go up against the actual arena champion. The arena champion also, they don't drop their weapons anymore. They just give you a pretty sizable amount of gold, as well as obviously all the golden XP that you got killing all the guys up to the arena champion. Also, in these duels, it's the first blood. You don't have to kill the enemy. You just have to deal damage beyond their armor. We're gonna start investing in magicka early here, because I want some early spells. Some of the early spells are quite useful. This is beautiful, man. What a start. But you see, we have a magic. We can enchant our weapon. We can also purchase some magic spells. Some of the early ones, I think what I want is adulation. Also getting a basic flame enchant. It basically, or any of the enchants, they all just do different types of damage. They force your opponent to skip a turn. There's like a very slight chance that it will force them to skip a turn and deal some extra damage to them. This is scary. Damn it. He won. I have to hand over a little bit of money there, but you're washed. Get in the damn bin. All right, I would love 8 magicka for that, and then a little bit more strength. We're getting into the tournament here, though. John the Butcher, very strong opponent. I'm very nervous. We are... Look, there's animations now for the bosses. John the Butcher. All right, you fuckhead. Now, this was the game I spent the most amount of time on as a kid. I did not play much of Swords and Sandals 1. I was a Swords and Sandals 2. There's the burning. That's what can happen. It's a slight chance to trigger, but you can see it skipped his turn. And it skipped it again. This is incredible. Oh my god, he didn't land a single hit. Holy shit, Ungulor. Thanks for the 12,500. I've received an achievement for that. Meet your maker, defeat John the Butcher. This is unbelievable. Just to give you a little bit of background on our build. We are going strength, attack, and then magicka. Magicka in this game is fucking broken. I vastly underestimate it, even though I'm hyping it up like hell. I vastly underestimate how useful it's going to be later on. Just because, again, I never beat this as a kid. I never really got past the 3rd boss, so pretty much carried the late game of this run, but we'll see that. We'll see that a bit later. And honestly, I'm just going to head into the arena with minimal armor. It's a risky proposition, but for a guy like me, risk is everything. It's a beautiful day. I've gained a new inventory slot. Yeah, we still don't have much in terms of money. Get out of there. Don't ever shout at me again. I don't think I ever properly explained the crowd mechanic in the stream itself. Essentially, the higher the bar is, the more money you get at the end of a fight. And the spell Adulation allows us to, I think it increases it by like 40% of the bar. So you get like 2 of those and you're pretty much maxed out the bar. It's looking incredibly bullish. This is cinema right here. I've now got Psych Up as an ability as well, which is very... Well, I was about to say it's very useful. It's not. It's actually the most worthless mechanic in the entire game. Psych Up is a 3-stage charge attack. Basically, you click it, you start charging up, you then have to click it again, spend more energy, charge it up to the 2nd level, and on the 3rd time you click it, you do this like whirlwind attack it does. It's called Grievous Damage. I think it's like a critical hit type vibe. This is phenomenal. This is incredible. I didn't level up. That is a shame. I'm now up against the evil ninja. Now, this guy's a little bit scary because he's a ranged Andy. He loves using that silly little shuriken of his. And I believe it is enchanted, so he can cause death blight on me. That's fine. I can hit him from here. I can't hit him from there. All right, that's fine. He put his thing away. He put his weapon away. He ran out of ammo, evidently. You're washed. Okay, he's galed me. Let me do one of these. Then stab. Beautiful. Burn. Burn. Okay, used a potion. That's fine. Burn. Okay, actually, this is perfect. I get to get my energy back. He gets way more than me. He's washed. He's washed! Ungulor defeated the evil ninja. Thanks for the 17,500 gold pieces, the achievement, and the level up. All right, we need a psych up. We need a psych up on the Son of Silonius. I think, honestly, I don't even go for the adulation. I need him here, and then I start psyching up. Then I psych up. Spin. Okay. Whatever, we're gonna adulation, we're gonna rest. That's fine. I would love you to come closer. That's unbelievable that that does not hit. All right, this is it. One more. Brother, you're telling me that didn't hit. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable technology that that did not connect. Oh, you fucking idiot. You never should have. You never should have come here. That's a grievous hit. This isn't gonna hit me. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, it might be a create a new gladiator angle. This guy looks like the male version of Mizora from Baldur's Gate 3. So we're gonna go Menzora. All right, we're in. Yeah, he has a lot more health, a reasonable amount more armor. I have much higher max damage though. I'm honestly gonna start psyching up. I actually think it's, oh my god. It actually hit. Hang on. 2 in a row? Holy shit! This is unbelievable. Do I risk it? No. Now I do. I hit him for a grievous hit. What the fuck? I obliterated him. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what you'll notice as a running theme is we have to get insanely lucky on some of these fights. Obviously, in that fight, we managed to hit 2 whirlwinds. It then bugged, and sometimes I think the game like holds damage values in the data somewhere. I'm not going to pretend like I know what's actually going on in the back end, but essentially, occasionally what will happen is you will deal damage of a certain type. So it's charisma, like a taunt amount of damage, grievous, critical, something like that. And then the following hit, despite not being of the same type, will deal the same damage, if that makes sense. So for example, right, you do a whirlwind, which does grievous damage, which is like, you know, let's say 150 damage. Then you do a regular, like, quick attack after that. It will still apply the grievous damage that you did before. So you will, on your quick attack, do 150 damage. And it will say grievous, which obviously doesn't make sense, because you should only be able to do that on a whirlwind. But this works in our favor in this case, but it does work against us in some cases, because sometimes I'll taunt, which my charisma might be like really low. It might do like 5 damage, and then I go and like do like a power attack against them, and it does 5 damage because the last damage that I dealt was 5. This truly is one of the video games of all time. Okay, we keep Magicka. We keep Magicka. We want to level up attack. We want to level up attack. That was getting a little bit touch and go. We want to get a little bit more money so we can get Fireball. We're now entering magic territory. Warrior Born. Don't make me pay money. Okay. This is where the build begins to change drastically, because we can just click this button and we win. So we get access to our first damaging spell, which is Fireball. And with this, we start mowing motherfuckers down. And we stick with the Fireball throughout the entire playthrough. Not necessarily this one, there's upgrades to it. There's like Dire Fireball, Hell Fireball later. But it's basically guaranteed damage. Anything melee or ranged is not guaranteed to actually go through, whereas spells are. They have a much wider range of damage. But realistically, getting guaranteed damage in this game, especially when going through the duels, you just have to deal first blood. It's broken as fuck. We are at the tournament, which is kind of terrifying to me. Is there any other upgrades we can make? But Marksman Dantus, that kind of, I mean, just the name alone scares me. We need to still be, like, strong combatant melee. We can't abandon our principles. Come on. Beautiful. All right, Marksman Dantus. This guy's a little bit scary, I'm going to be honest. He's very blue. He has a long sword that's not enchanted, but he does have an oak longbow that is enchanted. If we can get through his ammunition, we are looking very good. Every time I move forward, he pushes me back somehow. 91! I'd rather the lower damage roll that you were doing earlier. The only thing that's, like, giving me any pause for hope here is the fact that he has limited amounts of arrows. He's gonna run out. He's gonna run out. Once he runs out, he's done. That's fine. We'll start psyching up again. Psych up one more time. You fucking idiot. Blocked it! I didn't even know you can! You've entered my territory here. You've entered my territory. That's fine, brother. That's fine. You head away. You run away. I don't mind. I don't mind. I kind of have to get lucky here. And this is me getting lucky. Oh, he blocked it again! What? This is unreal. He blocked 2 psych ups. No! Oh my god, okay. Oh my god! I kind of prefer, because I can... There's a chance this pushes him back and deals a bunch of damage. There's also a chance he blocks it and then insta-kills me. We start the psych-up process, he charges me, I die. Yeah, I think I need to reset. Okay, he is going to Swift Sandals, or he's going to bombard, which he's never going to miss a bombard. Let's just be frank with each other at that point. He does have Swift Sandals. We've hit him for a... Oh, we've burned him. I don't know why he's pulled his sword out, but he has. And I'm going to thank God every day for it. That's beautiful. I just need consistent hits. I just need consistent hits. That's all I need. This is not the consistency that I need. Okay, this is bad. Ow! Okay. That's 78. I would love a burn here. Okay, I have 20% basically of the health that he has. My chances are not great. But we just have to take what we can get. That's a very lucky hit and a lucky decision he made. That's a lucky hit. It's so close. It's so insanely close. He blocked it. Oh my god, we got him! Let's go! Okay. We're safe. We're safe. We've made it through. We can duel again. We can level up. We need Fireball. We know this to be true. We have the best weapon possible for right now, because we didn't level up. Yeah, I think we save our money. We get our Magicka up. That's beautiful. We level up our Magicka. All the way to 16. We start buying magic spells that are actually, like, good. Close range lightning bolts leap at your opponent for 100 to 200, or you can get the Fireball, which is a lot cheaper. It does like 20 less damage, but to be honest, like, I'm a Fireball guy. I think we need to start going strength again. Deal some more damage. Get new weapons. Yeah, next one we can get is the Morning Star. Now, as mentioned earlier in the video, the slave driver was our biggest obstacle to get through. Essentially, because we were relying on Magicka to deal the initial, like, burst of damage, we didn't necessarily have the stats in other areas. And the trouble with the slave driver is he had like 1500 total HP with his HP pool and his armor. This meant that while we did a bunch of damage out the gate with our fireballs, we weren't actually able to keep that up. I can't do maths. Right, the slave driver. Here he comes. What does he have? Ghost Strike, Command, Bloodlust. So he is a, he has the X of Persuasion from the first game. This is a scary guy. He has the most hit points I've ever seen. He has a total hit health of like 1500. We're not going to worry about the adulation. We're going to dump all of our spells here. That gets him down very nicely. 102 damage, I think, is very reasonable. I think he can kill me here. I'm a little bit scared. But genuinely... Oh, the frozen killed me, man. I had a 92% chance to hit him and I missed. I'm cooked! I took it! So that's what he looks like under the damn mask. I'm just gonna keep going. Believe in the dream! 66%! No! 66% chance to finally beat this boss!
Much later.
66, please. Let's go! We're free! We're free! We're free! Jesus Christ, I was stuck on that for so long. But yeah, at this point, there's not really much more for me to explain. Here's the winning run and the rest of Swords and Sandals 2. This guy's tall as hell. He's almost as tall as me in real life. Nobody fact check that. Nobody fact check that. Holy shit! He has less stats than the previous guy. You're dead. Sphericles, you're dead. Unless you can kill me here, you can't. You're dead! You're dead! Alright, we're against Maharaja Saeed. Again, he has less health than the slave driver. Unfortunately, you're gonna die. That's fine. Hell Fireball. And you're dead. Like... We need 3 clean hits. That's 1. That's a burn! Unbelievable! We pulled it off! His armor is now 125. Okay, that's... He's cooked. His goose is cooked. His goose is cooked! How many times did I try and fight Gaiax, and this guy dies in 1 hit? And he's dead. Alright. Also, isn't this game engaging, guys? Anybody got any questions on the gameplay so far? It's been the same for the past 50 hours. We're getting close to the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting very close to the end of the game. Sometimes I'll ask Jake something and it'll go through a few stages of meow, 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 meow. Capachunga, so real. It's just brain rot, man. It's just brain rot. Also, this is Sir Belgrave. I'm going to throw rocks at him. Is Kappa where people get no cap from? I think, no, cap came about first, I think. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Also against Bargelyarg. I would say it does have a meaning just because I don't have a particular way to describe it. And here's my counterpoint to you. What is happy? Define happy. Also, we're against Archangel Sandalphon. I don't know if anyone's ever looked at the screen yet. I wish I could sit there and be like, Chungus means this, definitively, but I can't. Get it twisted, yeah. And it's the same with all New Age words. It's the same with every word. Zipping through this. Tommy U Street, I know, but I need to get content. I need to get content, okay, for the channel. Wait, does this motherfucker have my spells? Okay, but he can't cast them as good as me, so I win. We're so close. I'm sorry, brother. This is it. This is it. The arena champion, Emperor Antares. His stats. Holy shit, that's a lot of armor and a lot of health. He has 60 in everything, okay? He has Molten Death, Fireball, Ghost Strike, Weaken Armor, Bloodlust, and Command. He doesn't have any heals, which is good, and any armor increases, which is good. Finally, it has come to this. The legendary Emperor Antares now stands before you. Slay him and become the greatest gladiator the world has known. And guess what the strategy is, boys? It's throwing rocks at him. You know the vibes. He's got worse rocks than me. Okay, there's his command gone. There's his Phantom Strike. I think he's out of spells now. I'm just happy to keep pushing you, brother. He won the crowd. I had to rest, though, unfortunately. This is fine. Okay, this is a little bit scary, because if I don't push him away, I'm gonna die. He's gonna break my fucking legs. Come on. Survive one hit. Oh my god, survive one hit. He's done it. He's fucking done it. And that, my fucking shit got... My chair, it's stuck. Thank you for the Just Chatting stream. Can't believe we beat the Just Chatting boss. And that's it. That is Swords and Sandals 2. We beat it. That is for childhood Jake, who could not afford Swords and Sandals 2 as a kid. He would beat the 5th tournament or the 4th tournament and get like locked behind the like, oh, you need to buy Swords and Sandals 2 now. That's for him. Okay, that's for the GOAT. What's my review? The game is trivialized by magic. Maybe it's more fun if I play it like melee, but it's just so easy to just power scale the fuck out of it and just throw rocks at everyone. So yeah, not particularly well balanced and still pretty glitchy, but honestly, for a Flash game back in the day, that was still pretty fun. I had a great time. And so it was that your days as a gladiator came to an end. Your final record was 580 wins and 4 losses. You are eternal champion of the arena.